Medieval Liverpool was an isolated town surrounded by marshland, which was difficult to cross even in good weather compared to neighbouring towns. Liverpool was at a disadvantage when it came to transportation. However, its position on the River Mersey allowed for the port's growth. In the 1700s, the Mersey was joined with the River Irwell, connecting Liverpool with Manchester through a navigable waterway. With wealth and growth also came exploitation. Liverpool took advantage of the slave trade to secure imports, including cotton for the Lancashire textile industry.
By the mid-18th century, Liverpool had advanced yet further. It was the country's largest port and was rapidly becoming one of the most important ports in Europe. In 1824, Jess Hartley was appointed as civil engineer and superintendent of the concerns of the dock estate. For the next 30 years, he redevelops Liverpool's entire dock estate. In addition to adding 10 miles of quayside, he oversaw the buildings of a railway system to help transport materials for new docks.
By the 1820s, it was clear that if Liverpool was to continue its growth, a faster link with nearby towns was needed. The transportation of cotton between Liverpool's docks and Manchester's warehouses and mills was vital to both towns. Economic success saw any new form of transport, especially if it were faster than the waterways, had to be worthy of consideration. At that time, a group of merchants sought permission to create a railway. In September 1830, the Liverpool and Manchester Railway opened, and is widely considered as the start of the railway age. Liverpool and Manchester Railway was an immediate success, transporting not just freight but passengers too. The railway, entirely operated with steam power, revolutionised travel and reduced the journey time to under 3 hours.
In the following decades, railway companies constructed stations and railway lines across Liverpool. The first passenger railway station at Crown Street closed and the grander Lime Street station opened in 1836, closer to the city centre. In terms of freight transportation, the Mersey River Railway was opened in 1886 and a number of goods stations were built during this period.
Everyday life in Liverpool hinged on the port. For the convenience of dock workers and citizens, the Liverpool Overhead Railway opened in 1893 to connect the various dock stations along the waterfront. The elevated railway became one of the city's most famous landmarks.
The location of the Port of Liverpool made it a lifeline for essential imports of fuel, food and materials, as well as naval repairs. During the Second World War, the city was also a strategic hub for the coordination of the Battle of the Atlantic. This made it a prime target for aerial attacks. During the May Blitz of 1941, nearly 70 out of 140 berths in Liverpool's docks were put out of action. Many roads and rail routes through the city were also blocked. The tonnage of cargo handled at the docks was substantially reduced.
The post-war decade saw significant change to the city's railways. After 1960, the Cheshire Lines Committee closed 16 kilometres of track, and could be regarded as the start of the decline of industrial railways in the city. Liverpool's workforce halved between the 1970s and 1980s. To reduce the decline in the local industry, Merseyside was made a development area in 1969.
Although the Loop and Link project was completed in the 1970s in Liverpool city centre, rail on its own could not save Liverpool from decline. Instead, the whole city centre deteriorated seriously in the turmoil of the 1980s. Merseyside Development Corporation worked in earnest to redevelop the once glorious docklands. From the 1990s, significant investment from the European Union helped stem the tide of decline of railways on the Merseyside. For example, with investments in new stations in Liverpool and other parts of the area, such as Conway Park, Wavertree Technology Park and Liverpool South Parkway.
From the beginning of the 21st century, Liverpool One and other urban regeneration projects successfully transformed the city centre and connected to the Albert Dock, changing these old warehouses into a city centre used for culture, leisure, commercial and residential purposes.
Despite the success of Liverpool's urban regeneration around the core city centre and docklands, a large proportion of inner city and urban edge railway infrastructure in its industrial past has been lost or ignored. These disused stations and railway facilities have hindered the development of surrounding areas, resulting in urban blight.
Why has there been a lack of recognition and intervention? What can be done to change this? A research team at the University of Liverpool is exploring how the railway heritage can be actively revitalised and interwoven with the local community and the process of urban evolution. If you are interested, please get in touch with the research team.